Country music has always been about wholesome folk and wholesome values, with certain areas and subjects considered off-limits and taboo. But now one man is wafting the stench of dissension through the corridors of country with his treatment of a subject that many country fans feel is best ignored.
We don't want to hear about that stuff. It ain't natural.
People can do what they want in the privacy of their own homes, but he is shoving it in our faces.
Randy Mann first hit the public gaze 10 years ago with his debut album, 2x2. Several of the songs seem to allude to Mann's unnaturally close relationship with animals. The hit single, Mann's Best Friend, quite obviously dealt with the singer's feelings towards his bloodhound Lady.
With just you and I, and lady, I think I love you. You slip your paws around me in the evening light, and lady, I really need you. As you slip your paws around me, I know no one understands me like you do.
I went to meet Randy Mann last year at his farm Heiferland in Tennessee and asked him to define the ideology behind what he describes as total country.
When you listen to other country musicians, they're singing about loving and fighting and, hell, even some of them about dying. But to my way of thinking, they're avoiding one major issue. Without that issue, country music's just kind of incomplete, if you catch my meaning.
You've always strenuously denied certain charges made toward you regarding the exact nature of your relationship with both your pets and your general livestock.
Well, a lot of us good old boys, we was raised on the farms in the backwoods. We grew up real close to our four-legged friends, if you catch my meaning.
But 2 years ago, Randy's longtime friend and tour manager, Bucky Squirrel Nutkins, parted company with Randy following a very disturbing discovery.
I believe Randy Mann took a step too far.
What do you mean by that?
Let's just say, an unnatural union is one thing, but when that begets offspring, then the Lord will surely frown.
Bucky then showed me something that made me feel distinctly uncomfortable.
I've heard a lot about the tank. Looks like you gave me something more than love.
Here was a live recording of Randy Mann's legendary Amsterdam performance, in which he clearly admits to having relations with a sheep that brought him something more than love.
Oh, it looks like you gave me something more than love. Well, it looks like you gave me a wool-covered baby.
Randy, on Something More Than Love, you very clearly sing, "It looks like you gave me a wool-covered baby."
Oh, brother, that is it. This here discussion is terminated.
Randy, it's something that needs to be addressed.
Well, I ain't putting up with none of that.
You should cut that. And it was at that stage of the production that Randy Mann terminated his cooperation and completely withdrew from public life. I decided to research the history behind Mann's views and almost immediately stumbled across the archive recordings of Dust Bowl Dwayne Harris. Dust Bowl Dwayne Harris was an Appalachian mountain man who, during the 1930s Depression, recorded some deeply disturbed songs in his elaborate hand-sawn home studio.
Well, I got a little monkey, his name is Dave. I keep him in a cupboard, he's my sexual slave. Desperately dirty and occasionally brave. My monkey Dave. Creepy, I'm creeping up with you, Crawly. I'm crawling right in front of you, creepy. I'm creeping up with you, you're weeping and a bawling as I'm creeping and a crawling over you.
Randy Mann discovered a copy of the song Creepy Crawly while at a car cowboy boot sale in his late teens. It was to have a profound effect on the young man, who promptly went out and bought himself a puppy and named it Keith.
I got a little puppy, his name is Keith. He got real frisky and bit me underneath. He's still hanging down from my balls by teeth. Open sesame, Keith. Woo! Creepy! I'm creeping up with you, Crawly. I'm crawling right in front of you, creepy. I'm creeping up with you. creeping and I'm bowling as I'm creeping and I'm crawling over.
Hello, yes? Yes, I'm trying to reach Mr. Randy Mann.
Over the past 6 months, I made repeated attempts to contact Randy Mann without success. The good old boy, with the relentless touring schedule, seemed to have slipped off the radar. But then adverts began to appear in the music press for a new album by a band called Sparkle Donkey. The album is called Hoof-Hearted, and Sparkle Donkey appears to be the latest musical project from none other than Randy Mann. The first single, Filthy Horse, sees Mann throwing off the cloak of ambiguity once and for all.
Pigs and chickens, do it dirty. Goats and dogs, do it dirty. I'm gonna fiddle with my horse. I'm gonna ride my filthy horse. Come and join me on my farm. I'll treat you bad, treat you hard. You dog, you dog, you dog, you dog, you dog, you dirty dog, do it to me. You dog, you dog, you dog, you dog, you dog, you dirty dog, do it to me.
Randy Mann there with Filthy Horse, perhaps the purest expression yet of total country, and one that would, I'm sure, have the foot of Dust Bowl Dwayne Harris a-tapping in his grave. But from me for now, it's au revoir, arrivederci, and goodbye.